your names and the attendance. Have you have read the syllabus already? You have not? Who have ordered the books already? Welcome back. How many of you have ordered the book? You have the book with you? Or you have the book? Who has the book already? Do you have this? How much? So much. Yes, Amazon.
No,
Bookstore. I choose a book. Choose a book you like.
yeah, price.
I really want to keep a low price for you guys because when it was in college, it's really expensive to buy books here. Okay. You can do pass. Who has the start of this thing? Okay. Let's do the tutorial first and then come back when the student come. Let's start with what's the name, please?
Jillian.
And the major.
Dietetics.
Why do you like to take this class?
Well, my entire adult life I've been Episcopalian, and where I go, they have other different types of religions that are allowed to come in. Like we have a labyrinth on the floor, and we have different services offered to Hindu, Buddhism, and I just didn't know enough, so I wanted to know more.
Your name, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Amara, I'm a psychology major. And I took this course just to see what it has to offer. I was interested.
The sophomore.
It's in software.
My name is Adriana. I'm a history major minor in religious studies. I'm a senior, and I want to be a youth minister, but I like to learn about other religions specifically.
Get Julia.
Senior.
A senior. Which major again?
History.
History. Western history or world history?
Ancient history, like Greece and Rome.
Francis, and I am a psychology major, and I chose this class because I wanted to know more about Buddhism.
So yes, junior, a senior.
Yes, junior.
Hello, my name is Jimmy. I'm a freshman. I'm studying electrical engineering, and I picked this course because I was interested in doing it.
Hi, my name is Devon Trent, and I'm interested in dentistry. I took this course because my entire family is Buddhist, and I wanted to know more about the religion.
My name is Emily. I am studying psychology, a sophomore/junior, and I'm taking this class because it's really interesting.
I am Greg. I'm a super senior, but I'll be super senior next year. Studying chemistry and mathematics. I'm taking this course because I transferred from the University of British Columbia right in the first half of my degree, and there were about half people at the school who were Buddhist. And I don't know much.
Is that University of Columbia?
It's in Vancouver.
Vancouver?
Yeah.
So you have big population with Buddhist population there?
Yeah, huge. Yeah.
I'm Claudia, I'm studying nutrition, and I took this class because I was raised as Buddhist, and I didn't know much about it, so.
My name is Sam. I'm a pharmacy major. I'm a freshman. I took this class because my family is Quaker. I was raised as Buddhist, but I didn't really know much about it.
Hi, my name's Rosalia. I'm a communication major, and I wanted to take this class or something.
My name is Reagan. I'm a psychology major, and I wanted to take this class because I've always been interested in Eastern philosophy.
My name is Blake Campbell. I'm an English major. I took this class because I read Siddhartha in high school. I thought it was interesting, so needed a religion credit, so I decided to do a good class.
Yes. Please. Okay, we have.
Oh.
Yeah, we have some more city. Yeah, please, your name.
Oh, my name's David. I'm a sophomore, major is computer science. Oh, take this class because a friend recommended me
Oh, really?
to. Yeah.
But you know English?
Oh, yeah, I'm Buddhist too.
Oh.
My name is Shakira. I'm a junior. My major is photography, digital media, and just like everybody else, I was interested.
My name is Michelle, and I'm a sociology major and an anthropology minor. I'm taking this class because it's like a elective class for my major, but also I'm interested, and I was in an anthropology club at HBC before I transferred, and we did a temple tour. We went to a Buddhist temple called Chong, and that was pretty nice. That's when I learned about it, and I thought, well, I'd like to learn more, so.
Chinese Chinese temple, right?
It was called Chong Mei.
Chinese.
Yeah, we did it for.
My name is Julia. I'm an English major with a minor in religious studies, and I took this class because I've taken it before and I really wanted to learn more about Buddhism.
So this semester you take 2 of my classes?
Yeah.
She's my favorite student, my previous class.
My name is Joseph. I'm a kinesiology major, and I took this class because I was interested.
Are you Hindu?
I'm sorry?
Are you Hindu?
No, I'm Catholic.
My name is Emily. I'm a nutrition major. It is required in my major to take this class, but I
You
just
got a
have a
religious
general.
major?
Yeah, I have to take a writing disciplines, so I just have a general interest that, so I chose this major.
And we have some more chair here. Yeah, please. It can be passed. Yeah, please. We have some more chair here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Why am I taking this class?
No, your name.
My name's Christina. I'm an anthropology major, and I'm taking this class because I'm interested in learning more about Buddhism.
You are senior? Junior?
I'm sorry?
What's your status? You are junior?
A junior, yeah.
Okay.
My name is Sarah. I'm also a junior, and I've always been fascinated with Buddhism. And I've recently started reading the
We have
Upanishad,
some chair here. Some more chair.
and so I thought it'd be fun to take this class as well.
Yeah, please. Some chair here. Yeah, please.
My name is Sean. I'm a junior. I'm an economics major. And during the summer, I got to visit like North China, and I got to see all the Tibetan, manuscripts and all the old Buddhist things, Buddhist temples. So it just got me really interested.
Have some more chair here? Oh. Yeah, please.
I'm Tiffany. I'm a kinesiology food nutrition major. I'm a junior as well, and I'm Buddhist, so I wanted to take this class to see how this class differs from my beliefs.
Why you like to take this class?
I wanted to take this class because I kind of need it.
You do that?
Yeah, I'm Buddhist.
Oh, okay.
My name is Jessica. I'm a sophomore. I'm an anthropology major, and I was interested in Buddhism.
You have some chair here? Some more chair here. One chair here, one chair here. Add one more up here if you want this. Yeah.
My name is Stephanie.
Your major?
My major is psychology,
Your status?
and I'm a junior.
Can you do this?
Yeah.
Your name?
Jeff.
Your major?
Computer science.
Okay. Are you Buddhist too?
No.
Okay. Why you like to take this class?
Sounds cool.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Anyone has not introduced it yet? Yeah, please.
Hi, my name is Sandra. I'm a political science major. I'm a senior.
What do you like to learn from here?
Kind of I've seen some, I don't know, I've heard a little bit about Buddhism and their teachings, and kind of, like, I wanted to learn, and like, kind of.
Okay, good. So I think we have some Buddhists here. Again, can you raise your name if you raise your hand if you're Buddhist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. You can share your Buddhist faith with others. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your introduction. We have 4 class. We have 25 students here. And again, you have all the list book already?
I have it at home.
You have the home. You don't need to bring, but this is the primary books. Yeah, besides all the materials. You can read this book always. You want to do the read this one. Oh, introduce yourself yet? Yeah, please. What's your name? Who has a? Oh yeah, please write your name. Yeah, please. Your name.
My name is Pearl. I'm a sophomore, and I'm an English major. And the reason why I chose this class is because I like to learn about different cultures and different religions.
Thank you. Great. She's my previous student last semester. We have a class, company class. And I've been teaching here a couple of years already. I just spoke with one of my students and asked about what was your impression when you walked into the classroom and saw me. And she said that actually, at first, she thought that I was a student too. Probably this surprise for you guys, right? Have a Buddhist monk to come here and teach, right? Yeah. Okay, so get used to that. I'm teaching Introduction to Buddhism, Introduction to Asian religions. It's online. And of course, my class school, we have 49 students already. And I have been teaching mindfulness classes, meditations. I've been teaching here at the University of Buddhism for a couple of years. And before that, even now, I'm teaching at Indiana University. That's where I first started. Let me go over my syllabus again so that you can know a little bit of me. Can you see clearly? In the back?
Yes.
Can you hear me also?
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah. I graduated from Penn State University with electrical engineering degree. After my graduation, I went to my master monastery in California to become a Buddhist monk in 1990. And I went back to school in 2009 to get the MA degree. And after that, I just finished my basic degree last May, that's all. That's why they allowed me to teach here. So basically, I've been teaching at Indiana University, Southeast, right now. Before I taught face-to-face class with you guys, but since I'm here most of the time, so I can teach online class. The same class, Introduction to Buddhism, mindfulness class, the religion of Asia, and so forth. Yeah. Okay. So, how many of you are in the religious major? Only you? Yeah. What's the major?
Nutrition.
Who's in the religious major here? No? Okay. But that's, this class is required for you guys, or just elective for you guys? Most of it is elective for you guys, right?
It's also a core class. It's also considered a core class.
The core? Yes. The core? I see. Alright, so that's just briefly about me, so you can go to my website too. Please, you can go to my website, my name. It's simple. I'm not a technical guy, so I don't know how to design. It's a little bit messy. I can put information, that's all. And before I have some IT guy to help me out, but somehow I did it myself. I just have the Holstein and Gray. It's not professional way to go, but that's just information. It goes as a monk. I don't know much about website design and so forth. Anyway, so let's go over again about the syllabus. This introduction to Buddhism in the spring. And yeah, in emergency cases, I have this my Indiana number, but I can put my Houston number too. But if in case, in emergency case, you can email to me. Let's say when you're sick, you have some urgent problems that you cannot attend the class or have some kind of presentation and so forth. You let me know. Okay, so we'll have class from 1 to 2:30. Hopefully, this class will be dangerous for you so that you won't fall asleep after lunch. Right? Have you had lunch yet?
No.
Oh, good. Good. Okay, so Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. Usually I talk in the other building, but here this building is really nice. And it's 3 credits. And who have read this syllabus already? How many of you have read? Okay. All right. So please, if you have not, please review at home. And the important thing I want to mention is so we have 4 class attenders. In all my face-to-face classes, I like the student to come to have conversation, to learn together. That's called learning process. Yeah, of course, my responsibility here to lead you to understand the material, subject, and so forth. But you are the one who contribute. And actually, I learned a lot from my students too. So that's what called learning process. Yeah. So that's why I count a lot 100 points for attendance, and at least I like you to have 2 unexcused absent, but the rest, if you have anything, let's say, in emergency cases, like if you're sick or if you have family member have some problem, or if you have to go to further service for your close relative, that's understandable. I work with you, but let me know. Right? So I know it's even me too. Sometimes I have to go a lot of time. I take care of 4 centers, 4 Buddhist centers in Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, and so forth. So sometimes, or most of the time on weekend, I fly back there to take care of the temple business. But I enjoy my teaching more than taking care of the temple. But again, if you have any problems, come to the class to let me know. Okay? But I really count on you guys, the attendance, because when you come to the class, you learn more. That's why you're here. And even with my own experience, here I teach online classes, the same introduction to Buddhism, Asian tradition, and so forth. But I feel that when I come to class and the students come to class, you guys learn more. Is that right? Right? Instead of through the computer. Sometimes, we need human to human facing, human to human interaction, right? So you understand more. I can share with you my experience about my traditions and knowledge, and so do you. It is more interaction among us. So that's why attendance is so important. So that's why I count 100 points. Total is 500 points for this class. And they will respond 250. We have total about 28 will respond, but you require to do 25. So 10 for each. You can split the syllabus. A field trip, in my own experience, is better for you, especially if you are not Buddhist. If you want to learn tradition, you better go there to learn about the sacred places, about the place, how they conduct the ceremony, how they follow that kind of traditions. That's what we call first-hand experience. So that's why in this semester, I really require you guys to go to the field trip. And it's your choice. It's just here in Houston, we're so blessed that we have several centers. in all denominations. The Radha, Mahayana, Vairocana, Tibetan Temple, Chinese, Vietnamese, Slack and so forth. So you have this all kind of choices, and this is up to you. But it's 50 points for a field trip and report. Okay? And at my temple, we have this celebration, special celebration on March the 19th. And then your choice. If you want to come, that's great. If you don't, that's your choice. I don't require all of you to come to my temple, but this is your choice. Okay? But this, in order to learn more, especially in the classroom, yeah, you learn in the theories and principle of Buddhism. But when you go there, we see how people practice. And like last time in our mindfulness class, right, we learn about principle and theories of mindfulness practice. But can you share with them? You went there, right? Mm-hmm. Can you share with them your experience at my temple when we have half-day meditation?
We did like mindfulness eating, where we all like did a potluck and brought it, and we sat at the table and experienced it like in real time, and then mindfulness walking, and I mean just being in the temple and at their place, it was pretty, I think it was like pretty real, you know, like I understood what we were doing because we were all doing it together instead of just going to a place by myself.
So again, it's your choice, okay? But this is common, this is 50 points. A title, an abstract, an outline is 10 points. And the would-known experience is better. This point don't say that if you provide me the title, the outline, and abstract, this point you are better prepare yourself for writing the final paper. You know, right, when you have that type of outline, that type of title, and it's easy for you to write. So I think this is for your benefit. So 10 points. And comprehensive final revision paper, it's probably about from 5 to 8 pages, that's all. I have a student who is sophomore in high school, and she said that she has to write 9 pages for her presentation of her final paper, whichever. I say that's not much for me. But still, she's a high school student. But most of you who are freshmen here, 1, 2, only 3 people. Most of you who are senior, okay, so you guys have been trained for writing so many pages, right? So what's the maximum number of pages that have you written before?
15.
How about you?
26, 27.
Okay, so that on 5 to 8 pages is nothing for you guys, right? How about you? Have you written a lot before?
This last semester I read like 6, 7 papers.
Get used to that, and you have no problem, right? You have no problem to write, right? Yeah, 5 to 8 pages, right? We'll see. We'll see. And another thing I want to give you guys another option is that if the presentation. Now since we have only, I think usually we have about 2 hours, so we may have probably from 4 to 6 students to do presentation. First comes, first served. If you sign up and let me know if you want to do presentation instead of writing the final paper, that's your choice. So it gives you more option to enjoy the class. That's my purpose. That I don't want to give you guys too much pressure, because I know, especially if you are engineering major, business major, is a lot of stresses that you have to deal with, right? That's happened to me when I was in school, but still, some of my students take advantage of me. That's why, that's your, if you want to learn, you need to put more effort. But in my view, you enjoy to come to class instead of, oh, I come to class because I want to get an A. For me, this is empty. It's empty. You know, this happened to me too when I was in college. When I studied engineering degree, and of course I took all kind of classes, all kind of required classes. But somehow after I have taken the midterm or final, most of them I forgot because I just studied for the test. And of course I didn't learn much too. I still remember some, but not much. So when you have a passion to learn, you remember more when you finish that class. That's what my purpose for delivering this kind of information class for you guys. I just like to guide you guys to enjoy the class instead of come to class and have so much stresses on your shoulder or in your mind. So in my class, I mentioned that too. So, welcome. What's your name, please?
Ivana. Sorry I'm late. I couldn't find the building.
Oh, really?
Okay. Sorry.
Can you, where's the paper, please?
Oh, I can have you.
Oh, yeah, please write out. Okay, so again, I like to work with you, but still, I like to encourage you to learn more, whether you believe in Buddhism or not. It's not my purpose of converting you. And even in Buddhist way of life, we don't have that kind of passion. We don't want to do that. We just try to share information, and then it's up to other people to study or accept the tradition or not. That's your choice. That's the Buddhist approach. And even some of my younger followers, they are the teenage, and sometimes the parents wanted them to become a Buddhist, and I told them, look at your children. If they enjoy, if they like, that's okay for me to give them the Buddhist name. Otherwise, don't force them. That's the Buddhist way. Like we respect the religious right. When you study anything with your passion, you learn more. If you are pushed to learn or to go to the temple, it's a disaster. Is that right? Yeah. Right? It's hard. And for me, I don't grant it. And that's why I follow Buddhist traditions again. So I am the one, of course, as a professor, as a teacher, I come here to share with you my knowledge and experience in Buddhist tradition. And then it's up to you to learn and practice that. It's just your own choice, not my choice. And in the course, you see why. Right? Okay. Ivana, right? Ivana? Ivana, can you tell me a little bit about you, please? We have introduced already. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, I'm Ivana. I'm a junior here.
Your major?
I'm a psychology major.
Okay. And why you like to take this class?
I just find it interesting, so to learn about it. So.
Good, thank you. Oh, I'm in psychology major. Wow, quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wow. And you may learn more. You may learn more of Buddhist psychology. It incorporates with Western psychology. You know Carl Jung, right? Carl Jung. Mm-hmm. He utilized some Buddhist psychology into Western psychology too. Anyway, so again, this is a topic, but still, as a student, you come to class to study, to get a good grade, but again, this is, if you have a passion to learn, yeah, the grade is important for you guys too, right, for your studies, so forth, but if you have a passion to learn, you enjoy more, and after you finish this semester, you remember something to apply in your daily life. So, okay. And here, I put, yes, 500, all right, that's a scale of 500. Again, if you come to class and you do the work, I think you have no problems with your grade. But if you don't do the work, sorry, I don't have anything to give you. Understand now? So this is your choice. Of course, sometimes, you know, in my class, some students, online or face-to-face, some students, they didn't do the work, so I have no choice to give them an F. Almost every semester, I have some students, they just sign up for the class and didn't do anything. So I couldn't give them anything in return. Right. Okay, so in this class, let's say how we have to Can you count from 1?
Count from 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7,
8, 9,
10,
11.
12, 13,
16,
17, 18,
17,
20,
21.
22,
19,
24, 25,
26.
27,
28.
30, 31.
Oh, okay, so we have 35 students, so we have missed 4, that's okay. Now, so we have a big class. This is my format that, again, I like to have interaction. That's why not today, but Thursday and next week. So you do your reading response first at home, and either you bring your laptop or paper doesn't matter to come to class and share. All right, and I set up the questions so that you can pick up before the class ends, so that when you go home, you work on that question. Sometimes you can pick up the question together with other students. So when you come to class, we discuss first about this question, and after that I give you some comments, some further information about the subject. So I want you guys involved in this kind of teaching or learning process. Okay? Any question? Any question from you? Yes?
By sharing, you mean like reading out loud to everyone?
No, let's say there's one question. Let's say talk about the life of Buddha this Thursday. Let's say the question is why did Siddhartha leave his palace, for example? And you work on that question with your friends, and you can share your knowledge or whichever way. Then after that, one of you would present to the class. So that's the question. Everyone have to involve in this lesson. Otherwise, with my own experience, actually the first time I taught at IUS in University Southeast, and they tried to provide the PowerPoint lectures for months. And when they look down there, the students, they punch in either cell phone or laptop and so forth. It just wastes some time in my part and their part too. So that's why I like you guys to go together. Especially, yes, for respecting order in the classroom, please keep the silent mode for your cell phone. Right, and of course, you're welcome to bring your laptop. With some students, I just like to share with you some students somehow. Sometimes, of course, it's boring. They may play games while we learning. They just waste of time. Okay, so we respect each other. Okay, any more questions? Yes. Okay, now let me move on for today. So the class is from 1 to 2:30. Now again, let me know if you like to do a presentation, okay? And I would like to have at least 4 to 6 students. So first come, first served, just let me know. And if we have enough students, so we have to close this. Okay? So again, for doing response, you pop your have you guys checked this website yet? Who have checked already? Not yet? Who have checked, can you raise your hand? Okay. Yeah, if you have not, please go to this site. And again, read respond 300 to 350. You can write more, but not less. I enjoy to read. Asking for teachers, professors, but please don't write below 300. Okay, so of course check all your grammar and so forth. Okay, for your reading response. And 1 week you need to have 2 reading response. It's not much, right? Yes.
For the reading responses, are we turning them in on Blackboard, or are we bringing them in?
Either one. You can pause online
post where, the discussion board?
Yes.
Will you just show us so that we?
Yes, right here. If you click on the content, okay, and you go to read respond. Okay, here, read respond number 1. This is a question here. Okay, and you click on view and complete. You get for example, today, before we end the class today, we have 10 questions. So I will ask you guys to pick up the questions. Right, so we have, let's say we have 30 students, 21 students here. So I like, that's your choice to pick up. Let's say if 3 of you pick number 8, for example. Okay, so when you come to class on Thursday, you discuss first together with number 8. We have some more chair here, if you like. We have some more chair here. Yeah.
It's broken.
Oh, broken?
Yeah.
That's okay? Oh, okay. Yeah. What's your name, please?
Tiffany?
Tiffany. Your major?
Economics.
Huh?
Economics.
Economist?
Yeah.
You're a junior or senior?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay. Are you Buddhist, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the class. Okay, so understand now. So probably before we end the class, you guys will come up here to write the number you like to work on. Okay? Let's say 3 of you work on number 8. Okay, so when you come back here on Thursday, you discuss about number 8. And one of you would share your understanding or your response about that number. Okay, that's what we will share. And I will make the comment, conclusion, or give some more information about the class. Instead of standing up here to lecture. You understand that? Of course I can do my part. But again, that's my own experience. I concern that from 1 to 2:30, that's the time that you guys may fall asleep easily. Right? So anyway, so that's one. And when you hit on here, okay. So it's submitted Turnitin. You guys know about Turnitin? Right? So we and just upload the information there. Okay? And okay, and if you, of course, you can introduce yourself on the website too. Perhaps 5 students, or you post your information. It's up to you. It's up to us. And information here. This is the syllabus. Okay, you can read the syllabus. And if you have not ordered the book yet, in the meantime, you can download the first part to read for you to do the work. So most of you have ordered the book already, right? No? Oh, okay, let me show you. So this is the book. I enjoy this book. It's a condensed book about Buddhism. So I think it's more or less $20. It's not much. You can order. It's not much. You can order on Amazon, right? Through Amazon and so forth. Okay. Yes.
Is it like a time frame that we should have the book within?
Yeah, of course. The sooner the better. But I told you that you can download. You can download this scanned copy for you to read while you're waiting for the book coming to you. Alright? Yeah, I give you this. Any more questions? Right, and I put a lot of information. This is the primary books that you will focus on reading this in order to do the work. But of course, besides that, I provide all kinds of information for you. At each chapter, let's say for ancient India, for example, I put all kinds of information for you to read there. It's optional. It's up to you. But there's some questions that requires you to read the information out of this book in order to respond to the questions. Okay. Again, please remember when you respond 300 or more, not less. Okay. So for 10 points for each. Yeah, we have all information here, answer for each part. And if you have any question, again, you can send a message to me. Yes?
Are we allowed to use outside sources for these as well?
You doesn't matter as long as you respond properly and correctly to the question. I don't mind. It is up to you. Right. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay. Yes?
The reading responses, are they due the next class, each one?
No. Let's say today we pick up the question. Okay. Today we pick up the questions and you work for this Thursday. Okay. So the purpose of having doing this one is for you to prepare for the class and come to share and learn on that subject matter. Make sense?
So before you come.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sense?
Okay, just for each class?
Yes. Yeah, this class. So it's better for you to try first. You learn first. Otherwise, when you come here, you may not know. Of course, I have that kind of student. When they come, they're not prepared, so they may stay behind. So that's why when you come to class, to have well preparation, you learn more. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. And okay. Now information again. All of YouTube and so forth I put online. And we have some sample of reading response here for you, okay? And you can read it at home. A sample of the title, abstract, and so forth. You can follow that sample to write. And of course, this sample I use for you guys from my peer students. Okay. Let's see. Again, the content, the reading response here. And the future reflection or report. So again, who came here late, this is requirements. So we have 50 points. You either come to my temple on that particular day, March the 19th, a Sunday, or you can go to any Buddhist center. It's up to you. It's your choice. To put that type of requirement, but it's your choice to learn more about the issues. Yes?
When's it due?
This is the due date there. I think 22nd, March 22nd. Let me see here. Yeah, let me go back to the syllabus.
Do you have to write a report, or do you have to write a report on the people who want this?
Yes.
Okay, so this may be, you probably already answered this.
Yeah.
But if we go on your field trip to your temple, do we still write a report?
Definitely, you have to write. I have to read what you learn, right? Even she, my student, right? She went to our temple to attend the half day of mindfulness practice, and every student needs to write something, so I know how much they learn. Right? My son, it's not much. It's about 500 words. Yes.
Do you have like a website or flyer that has all that information for your church?
Yeah, we put that online. Yeah, I'll show you just the address. I have not put much information yet, but still.
What's the name of it? What's the name?
Oh, I will provide you that later on. Okay? Yeah. Again, this is your choice. Yes. Any questions? Okay. All right. So here, let me see. And if for the title outline, so you can start anytime. The sooner is the better. Don't wait for last minute. Yeah, I have almost every semester encounter all kinds of students. They wait for last minute to hand in the response, the outline, and the final. You stress yourself. You harm yourself if you do that. So you have to spread out. You have to manage your time schedule, right? How many of you are full-time students here? Or most of you. Any part-time here? Only 1, 2, 3. Only 3. So if you are full-time student, especially if you're a senior, you have a lot of responsibility, right? A lot of preparation for your job interview, right? For all kinds of things. So it's better you better to set your schedule ahead of time. Don't wait for last minute. This is really a disaster. If you wait for last minute, it's stressful and you wanna sleep. Is that right? Right before the week of final, right? Okay. So it's the better student, the better final edition paper. I have the guideline here for you guys too. Okay. And again, please, let's say today you pick up the question, please, before you come to class on this Thursday, you post your response here first. And of course, you bring your print out or your laptop, whichever way, so you can share with other students. Okay? Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, so let's start the class for today. Let me go back to the syllabus. So today is the introduction, and we just talk briefly about India traditions. They have all guidelines for you. Okay, so today is 17th edition, review the syllabus, discuss chapter 1, answer to India, belief and society. Who learned Hinduism before? Anyone of you? Can you share a little bit about Hinduism?
It's kind of similar to Buddhism.
No.
No, it's like, there's some ideas.
There's some idea, yeah, some idea.
Like
yeah.
the Vedas.
Huh?
Like the Vedas.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Yes.
well,
What's that? The Vedas? No, we don't learn that stuff.
It was in the book, well, the chapter, so I'm not sure how that
We will
connects
explain
to
briefly. Okay. Anything? Yes, there's some similar concept like the birth, right? Some word like samsara, some idea like reincarnation and so forth. It's similar, but the concept, the idea, the practice, you can say they're totally different. Yeah. Anyone of you learn anything about it? Yes? What's about the Indian tradition?
They can either believe in multiple gods or focus on one of their gods. There's a class system that they go by.
Okay.
There's reincarnation. You can't move within your class system. Based on how you act in this world will reflect on what you will become later.
That's an idea. Very good. Okay, how about this? Since right after the class, most of you will go to your next class. Who has next class? Many of you, right? How it is? Let me go back one step back, so that we prepare for this Thursday. So we have 10 questions, okay? So we put from number 1 to number 10, and you guys come up here, you pick up the question, all right? And you work on this question for this Thursday. And after that, we can go back to talk about Hindu tradition first, the ancient Indian traditions. Okay? Yeah, you can go on. Then you can pick up with any question you like, all right? You can write down from 1 to 10, please. And it's your choice. It's your choice to pick up your own question. Yeah. Can you read? Yeah. And please remember to write out the question for that for two of you to do. Yeah, any one of you.
Just the number or one?
No,
Write your name.
pick one number.
Oh.
Not all. I don't ask you to do all 10. Only one number. Huh? No, only one number. One question. And take one name. Yeah. Is that okay? Pick up your number, okay? One number is in the file now, alright? to work, if some students work on the same number, just write out their name too, so that we can discuss this Thursday together. Okay. So we have to do 3 and do 3, 7, 9. So please, if you have written your name, please write your reference name too, so that we can discuss this Thursday. Who have no sign? Who have no sign in there? Okay, you please, after this, okay? Alright, thank you. Anyone? Anyone too? Yes.
So for the new responses, we're just picking one every week, we don't have to do all of them?
Yeah, you pick one. I don't ask you to try all 10. No. That's how you pick up the number here. Right, sense?
So when we write it on the turn it in, we just do the one that we picked?
Yeah. That's all. How much if you do 10?
But 300 words now. 300 words?
Yeah, please, the minimum, okay? Don't go below that. You can read 1,000, that's okay with me. But not 280. I have to subtract your points. Right? This 300 above. So we have to see at least 2 for each question. So please write your name, your brand names too. So that this first and this first. Right? When you come here, we look for 10 groups, 10 small groups, and you discuss first for 5-10 minutes. And after that, every group need to ask one student to share what you respond about the question. Make sense? So that's learning concept. And after you done, I will give you some comment, information, this that. Okay? So please write your name. And your friend's name?
So the first part of class, when we come in on Thursday, we'll meet with our numbers
Yeah.
to discuss, and then we present.
Together. It makes sense now? That's why we learn together. It's not about me. As them here, I don't want to be lectured. I want you to learn too, from you too. Alright, okay? You have, please write out your name and your friend's name. You done? Okay? Alright, so, any more questions? So I hope this will be interesting. And one more thing I want to mention is that for extra credit, you like to have extra credit?
Yes.
So on my syllabus, I mentioned that besides going to a field trip and write a report, that's the requirement for 550 points. And if you go to other center, yeah, you can write another report too. That's extra credit. Again, this encouragement to use a school to read traditions, to learn more. For first-hand experience, of course, if you're Buddhist, you learn more. Well, you have that advantage already. But still, when you come to the Buddhist center, you see how people worship, how people do the practice and so forth. But be different from the way you learn in class, right? And of course, even if you're Buddhist, sometimes you go to the temple and you see your parents, right? They pray, but you may not know why they pray. Is that right? So that's the thing I want you to have that kind of first-hand experience in the Buddhist tradition. It doesn't matter with me if you go to Tibetan temple, Thai temple, Chinese, Vietnamese, it doesn't matter. This is your choice. Of course, you're welcome to come to my special celebration on March 19th. That's okay if you come, otherwise that's fine. Yes?
So if we go to more than one temple,
That's private, alright? So that's it. And especially you're so blessed. You're so blessed, You're so blessed that here in Houston, we have many Buddhist centers. My student in Indiana and Connecticut area, especially the one who live in mid of Indiana, they don't have any Buddhist center. That's why I give them the extra credit to write something. But for you, this is blessed. So you guys live around the university, around town, where you live?
Kingwood?
Where is that? North? Up north?
Northeast.
How far from here?
Takes me an hour to get.
Including traffic or not counting?
With traffic.
How will you live?
in Cyprus.
Oh, okay. 290?
Yeah.
All right. So some of you live around here?
I live about an hour away, but it's in Houston.
Where is that?
It's just in Houston somewhere. No, I mean, like, oh gosh, I don't know geography well. I live about an hour away in Houston.
North or south or what?
I don't know.
I
don't know geography that well.
Are you drive?
I do, but
She uses the GPS.
Oh, GPS, yeah. You gonna have some problem with parking during this time?
Yes.
Okay, you better find out the place. Actually, for me, I come early. I come to school early so that we have even me to have the parking spot. So don't wait for last minute. I have some students too. Sometimes they come to class, and sometimes they say I cannot come to class because I could not find the spot. so try. And actually the parking, stadium parking, I think most of the time around the spot there. But of course it's a long distance to walk here. Good exercise. Right. Okay. So, all right. So you have the number. Please write out. So you have 5 and 6 is the popular one, right? So write your names and write your friends, please. Okay, let's go back to our syllabus today. Okay, and we talk about the ancient Indian traditions. Okay, ancient India belief and society. Okay, let's see. Who been in the in Southeast Asia or South Asia before?
I lived in South Korea for 2 years.
How long?
South Korea for 2 years.
Really? You served there? Is this enjoyable over there?
Oh, I love South Korea. People are very friendly.
You know kimchi?
Yes, I do very well.
You know what I'm talking
There's
about?
over 100 kinds.
Huh?
There's over 100 kinds of kimchi.
100 kinds? Oh, really? Yeah, we love kimchi too. It's fancy. Who been in South Asia? Where?
I've also been to South Korea.
Are you served there too?
I haven't lived there, I've been there though.
Or been there? Okay, how long? Have you been?
I was there for like 3 weeks.
Okay, that's short trip. How about you?
I was there too, South
You with
Korea,
her?
and I went to Japan as well.
Japan?
Mhm.
Okay, anyone? Yes?
This is Vietnam.
When was that? When you were young or recently?
Our last one was 5 years ago.
Okay, you enjoy?
Yes.
Okay.
Recently I've been to Japan for 3 weeks.
Okay.
I've also been to Vietnam 8 times, going at night time. And I've been in Korea for about 5 weeks.
5 weeks? Oh, beautiful. That's good.
Oh, I don't think it counts because it's like East Asia. It's like China.
What's
China? It's not South Asia though.
It doesn't matter.
I've been to China.
You born there? You born in
No,
China?
my family's from China.
Huh?
My family's from China.
Oh, okay. But you born here?
Yeah, I was born.
Oh, okay. And you went back to
Yeah, I went back to go visit some family.
Which one?
What do you mean?
Which part of
Oh,
China?
which part of China? I'm born, or my family's in like southeast
Okay.
China.
Okay.
But like I went to go visit like North China, like Tibetan area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any one of you? Yes?
I was born in Vietnam. Lived there for 10 years.
You?
And then I've been to Singapore and Cambodia.
Cambodia? Okay. Any one of you? Yes?
I went to Vietnam and Thailand.
Alright. So your parents brought you back?
Oh, no, I was born here, but my dad is from Vietnam.
Okay. So how often do you go back to Vietnam?
I've been here twice. I went there 2 years ago.
Okay. Good. You enjoy? Anyone in South Asia or India? Who been in India? No? Oh, I'm so surprised.
My brother lived there for a while.
Your dad?
My brother lived there for a while.
Oh, really? Okay. He's still there?
He stays back.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that. Well, anyway.
Field trip to India?
Yeah.
Is it a field trip to India?
Oh, yeah, but it's really heck. Yeah. Actually, there's one professor. She organized this kind of study abroad to India, but she told me that it's not disaster. This is pure heck. This is blind leaders to bring the student to the countries, and I want to bring the student back to Vietnam too, but still, this is a lot of responsibility. I'm still working on that. It's a lot of challenges. I haven't been back to Vietnam for 34 years. I left my country in 1983, and now it's 2017. So I haven't been back. Last summer, I made the plan to go back, but somehow it didn't work out. So I might wait. Anyway, but of course, I know more from my country than others. So again, let's go back to Indian traditions, because this has great impact on Buddhist tradition. Like you say, there's some connection there. Like we pick up some tradition, some idea, concept from Hinduism, like birth, reincarnation, karma, and so forth. That's just a few of them, but not all. But of course, Buddhism is totally different from Hinduism. Okay, so let's move on then. So again, anyone know about Hinduism? No one. I'm surprised in class. No one been in India before. I'm surprised. Who you say you born in? Your parents in China, right?
Who, me? Yeah, my parents. Or my mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Who been in China before? Oh, you been there too?
Yeah.
Where? Guangdong?
Beijing.
Huh?
I went to Beijing.
Visited?
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay. This is if you visit this like India, China, and so forth. Especially China, then you've seen all kinds of temples. Especially in this city, one corner is you find a temple everywhere. It's like you find church everywhere here in this country. Yeah, so that's in the East we follow that tradition for years, and there's great impact on Indian traditions. But okay, so today we go over briefly about ancient India. Yeah, of course, everyone know right where is India, right? Don't say I don't know. College student. Alright, okay. So we have Nepal here, and have China here, Bhutan here, and this part of India, and Bangladesh, and Pakistan, and Afghanistan, and this India and Sri Lanka here. And we have all kind of Buddhist pillars, stupa around India. We learn later on. Okay. Alright, so here, and before, of course, the country boundaries are changing throughout the times. So, okay, in Indian geographical setting, Himalaya mountain are in the north, and Gas mountain are in the east and west, in the subcontinent plateau. So you see it here, right? Right, it's up here in Himalaya mountain here, and all the range here. And actually, Afghanistan and Pakistan, Pakistan was India when they declared the independence from England, but still they separate themselves. Who majored in history again? Anyone? Do you know more?
No, it's ancient history.
Oh, Greek, right? More Greek, more in the Western history than the East one, right? Yeah, I'm so surprised when they took war history in college. That most of the time they took over the Western history, not much with the Eastern one. So you guys so blessed here. Do they offer any kind of West Eastern history here? What do you call? Far East history? Anyone of you emphasize on Asian history, Asian nature and so forth here? No? Alright, so let's move on then. Again, when I'm lecturing, especially for today, if you have any questions, let me know, okay? So, monsoon rains in India. India has two main rivers, Ganges and Indus River. Can you see this here? River here? I don't see. This is Indus River here. Can you see here? Right here. This one here. Okay, and rains here. This is flow out to the ocean here. Can you see? Can you see the back there? So that's important now here. And in Indus Valley civilization is based on this Hindu valleys. That's why we call Hindu. And it based, the first settlement is about 3000 BC when farmers settled along this Indus river. And this is the most important ancient city, what they call the Harappas and Mohenjo by 2500 BCE. And this here they explicate the place, the ancient city is still there. And this is here. And now this is belong to Pakistan and Afghanistan. And in Mohenjo, and this one here, they trade with the Persia Europe and somewhat to the west. Here. And political social villages, city, whenever political united, they share common language and culture. This is similar. And this is like Mesopotamia and China. Region were united only by trade. In the past, people trade the materials around the world. And here, Indus Valley achievement, this is writing system that's based on the seal. The seal that they trade together, educators. This is the trading seal. It was the early trading seal with merchant name, symbol of the trade. This is the trade seal here. And the kids item toys, and jewelry made of gold and so forth. There's a wheel technology between 2300 to 2200 BCE, and this is standard weight for them to use them. And the first civilization to cultivate cotton. And if you study history, you have several periods from human history, right? So this is the first civilization in India to cultivate cotton, to make clothes and so forth. The first matrilineal society, female elite society in India. But you may be surprised why later on, why Indian tradition, even now, they classify people in the four main classes, and somehow, of course, they would not concern much about the female one, and you know why. Okay, and city have this sewer system because they have bathing. This is an essential part of the tradition. When you go to the temple, you bathe yourself, especially if you learn Shinto. Who been in Japan before? You been in Shinto temple before? And Shinto? You know when the Shinto, right? Before you go there, you have to wash your hands. Yeah, but we don't do it at the Buddhist temple. You don't know why? Alright, we will discuss more. Alright, here, this is bed tank used for purification of the body and soul. And these are the items they could make Buddha people here. And the black wool, this symbolizes leader who's when protected people. And the priest meditate yogi. Who learn yoga here? You still working? You still practicing yoga?
Yeah, but I'm a beginner.
A beginner?
I stay a beginner.
Alright. You practice yoga?
Yes, but not as much as I would like to.
Alright. How often?
If I'm good, maybe twice a week.
Twice a week. Okay, let's be good exercise, right? But be careful. Be careful if you know how to do exercise, yoga exercise. Otherwise, you may injure this body then. And of course, nowadays meditation and yoga practice is so popular in this country. Wherever you go, whether it's big or small city, you will see some kind of yoga shop, yoga studio, or even meditation center everywhere nowadays. It's big and small city, especially in my state, in Indiana. It's small. This is big state, but less population, but still have a lot of yoga studios or work shop and so forth. Okay, here. So around 1500 BC, the Aryan invaders from the west, and actually, Hitler, right? He twists around the Buddhist symbol, the swastika. You guys know swastika? He twists around the Buddhist sign. That represents the blessed side, and he used that as his flag. And that's why many people, when they go to the temple, especially who are Jewish here? Anyone of you? Alright, so some of Jewish people, when they come to the temple and ask, the sign in front of the Buddha chest, and they're surprised. It's surprised to you?
I've seen it, yeah.
You've seen that, but actually if you learn the history, you've been in history for more than 2,500 years. Somehow Hitler, he connect his people with him. And that's why he sent a team of people to Tibet, and somehow he found out that side, the blessed side in Buddhist tradition, and he reversed that side and put as his flag. That's why many people they thought we use Hitler's side. Yeah, that's his wrong perception. Okay, so around 1500 BC, the Aryan invade Hindu valley, and of course they could crawl and kill people, and they brought with them some kind of let's say horse children and some languages too, and they create some kind of new governments, but still they don't have complex government under group in clan that group by warrior or chief. And the Ren tribes settled out in different regions in north and western of India, and the tribe of Kodana, and the chief has the hereditary job, but they have some council to provide the counseling job for them. And they brought with them what they call the sacred or the Hindi languages. That's what we call Vedas. That's what you mentioned, right? In Buddhism, we don't use that. The Veda is for Aryan people, for you can say Hindu people. A book of knowledge around 15 BC. Okay, that's what they call the Vedic periods. They will develop the kind of literatures for people to follow the traditions. And the Ramayana and the Mahabharata is about, it's very popular. If you learn Hinduism, it's very important. It's very important literatures for them to follow about 1000 BC. And this one is the Ramayana tells the story in which a good king, that means the Aryan king, defeat the evil one, the pre-Aryan king. That's why they try to dominate the local people in this way, in this kind of literature. And they create a new education where the children were taught by a guru, that means teacher. I've been in India for more than 10 months. And Tibetan Buddhist traditions still follow this type of what we call guru, teacher and student relationship. Teacher usually, especially in the Tibetan tradition, Tibetan Buddhist tradition, the teacher will sit on the high platform and the students sit on the floor. And they still follow this tradition for years, for 1,000 years. So that's what we call guru or teacher-student relationship is still close, and they did prefer to go out to the field instead of having the class like inside this building. They like to have the teaching under the trees and so forth, and open air in a natural way. And a new marriage tradition, if you see some Indian or Hindu ladies, if they have a red spot here, that means they married. You can know that? You know that, right? Okay. Yeah. And that's the stuff from the Aryan traditions. Hindu relation to India, and new social organization, what they call the caste system. Let me go back later on. So origin of Hinduism is unknown. They worship all kind of gods. It's not one god, but all kind of gods. They can worship a rock as a god, a kitchen as a god, a flower as a god, all kind of gods. And we call plural gods. And of course, but still, they believe in higher beings than. Here, there's 3 important gods in Hindu traditions. What we call the first one, the Brahma, the creator. They believe that this God created everything. And the second one, the Vishnu, the preserver, the one who preserved the world, the universe. The last one, the Shiva, the destroyer. So 2 of them work together in that Hindu system. And of course, in Hinduism, they follow 2 different gods to worship and to follow. Some of them they follow Brahman, some of them follow Vishnu, Shiva, and so forth. And that's Krishna, this ancient god of the Aryans, believed to be an early prince who obtained nirvana. Oh, the term nirvana, yes, this is related to Buddhism too. We discussed about that, what they call moksha. Moksha is liberation. Fundamental beliefs of Hinduism, there's no set dogma, there's no fixed principle. It's depend upon how people believe. And every year they have some kind of special celebration. Millions people who go to they spend their sacred river, like Ganges River. They believe that every year, if they go there to celebrate, to take a bath under that water, holy water, they will be blessed, they will be free. They will be free from bad karma. That's what they believe in. But they don't have any fixed rule, but depend on the tradition. And Vaishnava, again, is literature composed in 800 BC and 500, written in Sanskrit. Hindu term that's Dharma. Dharma is the teaching or the set of ethical rules. Karma is same. We'll work on that later on. And Atman, Samsara, Nirvana. This is a term we utilize similarly in Buddhism too. And Hindu cycle, especially for the men, not for ladies. For the men, when they're young, they stay with family. When they get older, in their young age, they get married, they accumulate wealth, and so forth. But when they get older, it's their choice. They may become hermits. They may go to the forest, may go to the mountain to practice a spiritual life. Of course, sometimes they remain as lay people too, but it's pretty rare for people to give up everything to go to forest or the mountain to do the spiritual practice. That's why whoever give up everything and go there to practice the spiritual practice will be respectful. And when you learn this Thursday, when we learn about the Orsa that is Siddhartha, the prince saw when he went out, he saw a Hindu monk. It's different from Buddhist monk. The one who gave up everything, he gave up the possession of materials life, to seek for spiritualities. That's more respectful in Hindu traditions. And so of course they had some way of meditation, and they thought there's some idea of nirvana, but nirvana in Buddhist tradition is quite different idea. Okay, like the 7th century, person prayed has a sacrifice of animals. Actually, when it was in India, it is what we call Dharamsala. Probably you may not know this place, right? You know Dharamsala?
That's right about what.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You know what? You don't know, right?
This is what it's all about.
Yeah, that is the headquarters of the Dalai Lama. And I went there to stay for 9 months. And I saw myself, there's some Hindu people who led the sheep to their Hindu temple to sacrifice. You know what means animal sacrifice? You know what it means? They chop off the head and use the blood to sacrifice it with their God. I saw in firsthand, and it's so surprising me, not talking about you guys, but it's so surprising me too. There's all kind of tradition there. They still practice now, animal sacrifice. But by 7th century, they replaced personal prayer, built the Hindu temple instead of animal sacrifice. But they still practice it. Now Hinduism spread to the Southeast Asia country and all the places. Okay, now here, let me talk about the caste system. That's based upon what is better. And how the caste system divided. Remember Aaron, the one who invaded northwestern part of India, the one to dominate the country as well as the culture division. That's why they create this kind of system, the caste system, to classify people in different classification. So the first one, the highest one is the Brahmin, the priest one. No one can question about the priest class. Okay.
What time is it now? You can wait. Okay, we need in a couple of minutes. Let me sum up this one here. And the last one, where has been the royal class. The third one is merchant. And the last one is farmer. And here, now they use the word untouchable people. That's been non-errant. That's been the slave. I saw myself too. Here in this country, we see the poor homeless people. They live under the bridge, right, under the highway. Actually, every month we go out to share the food with the homeless people. We just went out last Saturday to give sleep bag and so forth for them. But in India, most of the homeless people are the untouchable people, are the low-class people, because they don't have choice. They have no choice to climb up the ladder to society. Of course, for us here, regardless of our race, nationality, and so forth, we have a chance to go to school. Right? If we study hard, right? If you can study hard, you can finish up your degree and maybe different. But in India, there's no way. When you born in this class, there's no way for you to marry with the other upper class. And you may heard some story that people kill because of intermarriage. Right? So that's just critical. It is serious in India.